So, for those of you just joining me for the first time, first of all, say hello, tell me where you're from, tell me your name. My name is Rebekah Borucki. I have a website called BEXLIFE.com where I teach you how to be blissed in every single day of your life, even if you don't feel like it. And here at 11:11 a.m. Eastern, every single Monday through Friday, we talk about our life's purpose, which is to love and to be loved, to learn and to teach. Everyone sending up their paws up already. The people always get ahead of me while I'm talking, but that's cool because I love it. I love all the love. And we do meditations, and I offer you mantras, and we go on this big journey together to make our lives better and to make our souls more enlightened. So it's a good time. Today, I want to ask you a question. I'm going to start off with a question today. I'm going to take a sip of water first. No coffee for this girl, just water. Pure, clean water from my faucet. Seriously, I'm 37. I have gorgeous skin. I look really young, according to my daughter's gynecologist. She said that we could be sisters, and it's all because of water. Anyway, it's nice to say nice things about yourself every once in a while. So, here's a question. Have you ever gone through a big change? Like, say you lost a lot of weight, or you cut all your hair off, or you just did something that made you look drastically different. And then someone comes up to you and says, "Oh my gosh, you look so awesome with short hair." And the first thing that came to mind was, "Oh my God, did I look hideous with long hair?" Has anyone experienced that at all? Alkalized water. Yes, it is alkalized water. I have a water alkalizer ionizer that's in my my laundry room, and I run the water through it. Yes. Like, "Oh my God, you look so awesome in short, skirts." And it's like, "Oh my gosh, when I was wearing those maxi dresses all last summer, did I look like a dog?" So, yeah, it is so dumb. It is so dumb. But, it's a natural reaction. Like, I have really long hair. If I cut it off all short and everyone was like, "Oh my God, you look so great. You look so much better," then I'm going to think I look terrible all that time. And it happens so often. What if it's about something really big? So we talk here about making huge life transformations. What if the thing that's getting in your way about making a huge change, part of that fear of success is fear that you're going to regret everything that you've been living up until now? Or that you go through that change and life is so much better, and then all of a sudden it's like, I was living a lie. I was so unhappy. All of those relationships, all of that time was for nothing. Intellectually, you'll appreciate it, and you'll say, that was part of the journey, and every little step led me to where I am today. However, it's really hard, especially when you go through something really big, say addiction, and you now have this brand new life before you, and everything's so exciting. But now you're looking back at all of the time that you were in that cloud, that haze. And this could be addiction. This could be just emotional haze. And say, I wasted so much time. It's the fear part of your life being a waste. Yes. Totally new identity. Are you afraid that you won't be able to recognize yourself if you go through big transformations? Now, these are things that we usually don't think of. Again, intellectually, it's not in our conscious thought process to say, I am afraid of success because, you have to be super evolved to say, I'm afraid of success because I'm afraid that I'll change so much that my life won't be recognizable, that my friends won't like me, that my relationships will fall apart, that I'll have to buy a new house, that I'll become a different person that I don't like, or a person that I like so much that I hate the person that I was. This is something that, yes, you have to be very, very much in touch with yourself to recognize, and I'm not there. I have fear of success and blocks all over the place, and I have to really sit and think, why am I putting up these blocks for myself? That you'll be taken advantage of. Yes. People are afraid to move forward and to get better for so many reasons. And I know that I have experienced, especially when my life is getting really good and I can recognize it, not only other people. And I say, oh my God, my life is so much better. Things are moving so much smoother for me. My friendships are so much stronger. But all of that stuff then was a waste that 10-year marriage, even though it produced 3 beautiful children, was a complete waste. It's funny because my husband and I sometimes will say to each other, like, I wish I knew you when I was in middle school. Like, we would have been best friends, and then we could have dated through high school, and then we could have gotten married and only been with each other. We talk about, like, wanting to have met so much earlier. And then my evolved response has to be, for me to feel good about my life, is that no, I met you at the perfect time. I had to go through all of the crappy relationships. I had to go through all of the learning. I had to become the person that I needed to be to receive you and attract you into my life. And he the same. Nothing is a waste. It's all a learning experience. Yeah. But back again to, you cut your hair and people are telling you how fabulous you look. Was that long hair looking trifling stage a learning experience? Or would you have rather just gone back and always looked good? Like, am I going to look back on these videos 5 years from now or 5 months from now and be like, that was trifling. You needed to run a brush through that hair before you got online, because my videos are going to be so much better. I can, make this about my career. I look back on old YouTube videos and I'm like, but they served me in that moment, and they were cultivating an audience at that moment and bringing people to me that I needed to interact with in order to make my business better and make my online presence better and all of that stuff. But it's scary to look back once you've made changes. And therefore, we are programming ourselves to be afraid to make those changes today. Think about that. If you look back at anything with regret, with shame, with like, what was that hair? It's going to make you afraid. It programs you. Grace Smith TV is on right now. It hypnotizes you into thinking that change is bad, that getting better is bad. Own the changes, no regrets. Awesome. Yes. Easy to say. Also easy to do. But you have to tell yourself that it's easy to do. Grace knows everything about hypnosis. For those of you who think that hypnosis is weird, it's something that puts you out of control, it's something that you wouldn't be able to do because you can't be hypnotized because you're so in control of your senses. Hypnosis is merely programming, and to have a hypnotherapist or a hypno coach, that person is helping you to facilitate self-hypnosis, to help you to reprogram your own thought patterns that are getting in your way. So my thought patterns have been, my life keeps getting better and better and better, and I look back and I wasted all this time and I have all this regret about bad hair, bad relationships, bad decisions, bad business ventures, bad finances, bad decisions all over the place in every single part of my life. I wish I could just go back with what I know now and do that all differently. Saying those things programs me into not wanting to make changes and not wanting to get better. See what I'm saying here? So how do we reprogram that? Couple things. Meditation. Go inside. Get quiet with yourself every single day. Ask yourself the questions. Why the hell am I still not making money? Why am I sabotaging myself by draining my bank account every single time I get a paycheck? Why am I not saving? Why am I manipulating my relationships and my partner by setting little traps so that they say things that we could fight about? What are you doing to sabotage your success in your finances, in your business, in your relationships? What are you doing to sabotage that success? Ask yourself those questions in meditation. And then hop on over to Grace Smith. And this wasn't meant to be like a, send you over to Grace thing today, but this is how it evolves. Like, the tools that I use in my life are the tools that I offer to you. So you take that information, you go over to Grace. So now you have this information. And then you reprogram yourself through self-hypnosis. And if you don't think that you're hypnotizing yourself every single day by saying bad things to yourself, saying good things to yourself, watching TV, watching commercials, looking at magazines, being on social media, if you don't think you're being hypnotized by the repetitive nature of what you're seeing over and over and over and over and over again, some really bad hypnotists of our time, Hitler. He used hypnosis to hypnotize a nation into believing hateful, terrible things about an entire group of people by saying things again and again and again with power. What I say to you every single day is about hypnotizing you to believe good things, though. We are here to love and to be loved, to learn and to teach. I say it every single day. I repeat it, not for just you, but also for me, so that I can remind myself of my life's purpose. When you say, I'm fat, I'm ugly, I'm worthless, you're hypnotizing yourself to believe those things. So we have hypnotized ourselves. If you have a fear of success, it's because you have hypnotized yourself, or others have hypnotized you to believe that success is bad, that change is bad. And that's because you're looking back on your past with regret. It's kind of a sign that you might be getting better. If you're afraid of success, it's because you've experienced it and it felt a little weird. So that's good. But let's go from there. So I have an assignment for you. I want you, in between the time that I'm on and that Grace is on at noon, and I know that you have 4 minutes, the whole basis of my platform is you have 4 minutes. If you tell me you don't, I want you to come and look at my life for a minute with my 5 kids. Teaching is the best way to reaffirm what we've learned. Yes, I love that. Learn, teach, purpose. Here's your assignment. Take 4 minutes in between the time that I'm saying goodbye to you in a minute and the time that Grace Smith comes on at noon. And I want you to sit with yourself in quiet contemplation, meditation, doing just one thing, asking yourself a question. Why am I blocking myself from success by, and then say the thing that you're doing. So why am I blocking myself from success by picking fights with my mate, by draining my bank account, by buying things that don't serve me, by putting things on credit cards? Why am I blocking myself from success? See what happens. Just get quiet. Just ask yourself that question. No judgment. Don't be afraid of what comes up. Some of it might feel icky. Give yourself permission to hear the answer. Give yourself permission to hear the answer. I'll say it one more time. Give yourself permission to hear the answer because it's inside of you. You already know. It's there. So give yourself permission to hear the answer and it will come up. Why am I blocking myself from success by? Fill in that blank. Give yourself permission to hear the answer. Hear that answer and then go to Grace Smith TV right after this. And when you are in hypnosis with her, I don't even know what she's doing today. I might be giving you an assignment. I don't know. I don't know what Grace is doing today. Bring that answer with you and see if you can reprogram yourself to believe something else or to do something else. Good. I love homework. That's actually a lie. I hate homework, but I love giving people homework. I'm going to do it myself. We'll talk about it tomorrow or on Monday. We'll talk about it on Monday. I'm going to do it myself. I'm going to ask myself the question, and I'm going to give myself the permission to hear the answer. Because the only thing that is blocking you from your truth is you pushing down, you suppressing the answer. I've said it in another scope. Your inner God self, your inner guide, is like a little child. When you dismiss the little child when they want to say something, when they raise their hand to say something and you say, not now, or that's not important, or I don't have time for you, it diminishes their self-esteem. And it also reduces the likelihood that they'll ever raise their hand again and say something that's important. So with your inner guide, with your inner God self, give yourself permission to hear that answer, to give yourself the answer, so that when your inner self is raising the hand and saying, I have the answer, listen. And then every single time you do that, as you practice, giving yourself permission to hear the answer, giving yourself permission to hear the answer, you get braver and braver and braver. That little inner guide gets bigger and braver until it's screaming it and you can't ignore it. Good reminder for the mamas to really listen to their babes. Yes. Yes. Parents, your children hold so much wisdom. And we can cultivate that through allowing them to express themselves freely, or we can squash it in an instant. It only takes one time of telling them in whatever way that their words don't matter for you to squash their creativity forever, their self-expression forever. We've done it to ourselves. Let's reverse this. Give yourself permission to hear the answer. All right. I am skipping away. Grace Smith TV is right there. Grace, throw up some more hearts. Heather, I want you to throw up some more hearts too. These are two women who I admire, I adore. They are guides for me in my own life. They are true friends in real life. So tap on Heather Waxman, tap on Grace Smith right now. Yay! Tap on them to follow them both because they're both incredible light beings. And the assignment today, ask yourself the question, give yourself the permission to hear the answer. What is blocking me from success? Why am I sabotaging my own success by doing? Fill in the blank. Get that answer. You have 4 minutes to do it. Go to Grace Smith TV. You guys are wonderful. Thanks again for joining me. I got to get back to some work.
In the bucket, the green bucket on top, honey. Green bucket on top is crayons. Summer. On top, this green bucket, there's crayons.